Howdy do y'all, this is John, and today we are talking about F1, a new movie out in theaters right now. And in F1, it deals with this race car driver who gets a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to get one last chance to compete in Formula One racing. It's his last chance, and he is unfortunately also dealing with this hotshot young race car driver who's supposed to be his partner, but is becoming more and more of a bitter rival. And thus we have a movie. Okay, so getting into it, first and foremost, what I liked about the movie. The performances are all really good. Brad Pitt plays Sonny Hayes, and, the dude shows up for work in this film. Sonny Hayes is definitely a character that really probably only Brad Pitt could have played. He's just the embodiment of Brad Pitt's strengths as an actor. Think of a more Brad Pitt character, you've got Sonny Hayes. But also simultaneously, and this is what makes Sonny Hayes an interesting character, is he's not perfect. He has a gambling addiction, and, that does play a heavy toll on him. And it's not just, playing Texas Hold'em at a casino. He gambles even when he's playing. So no, he's not a perfect person. That's really what makes him an interesting and likable character, is the fact that, he embodies all the strength, and yet he's not a perfect person. Again, Brad Pitt plays him tremendously well. I would argue probably literally nobody else could have played Sonny Hayes. And, props to you, Brad Pitt. And also, a lot of the other actors in this movie do a really dang good job. I don't know who plays Joshua Pierce, who's supposed to be Sonny Hayes' partner and also rival, but he does a really dang good job as well. Javier Bardem, Kerry Condon, both do a really dang good job too. And also, from a narrative perspective, while the story is simple and, predictable, the story is well executed. It's a well executed story. Even though you can kind of predict what's going to happen, you're still enthralled by what's going on. You're thrilled, you're entertained, and you want to see Sonny Hayes win. And from an execution standpoint, this film's well executed, especially by director Joseph Kosinski. Kosinski, in my opinion, is a very underappreciated director. I could tell with just his debut with Tron Legacy, the dude knows what he's doing and is capable of a lot of stuff. I'm glad they're finally starting to realize that the dude's talented, especially after, Top Gun Maverick. He did such a dang good job on that film. But he had the right emotional feels whenever it was needed. Perfect timing with the jokes, because there's a handful of jokes in the film. Perfect, tone. He got everything right on the movie. Now, when it comes to the visual element of the film, the cinematography is very nice. And, the special effects, I hardly noticed any CGI at all, if there was even CGI in the movie. Now, this is a movie that I would argue is overexpensive, because they spent $200 million on it, and I don't see any justification for that. But I will say it's at least money well spent, because like I said, I hardly noticed any CGI at all. I don't even know if they used it at all. But if they did, CGI artists, good job. Now, when it comes to the racing element of the movie, because I know people are going to want me to talk about that, I'm not going to. I'm not a big racing fan. I think it's kind of boring. But, this is one of those movies that actually makes it look entertaining. Because it's, the racing element of the movie is very exciting. I kind of wish real racing was like that. But you're just in there, you're on the edge of your seat, concerned as to whether or not Sonny Hayes is going to, crash, or is he going to win? You're concerned about that kind of stuff. Yeah, racing may not really be my thing, but, at least they made it look entertaining for this film. So guys, at the end of the day, F1, this was a really dang good movie. And to be quite honest, I'm having issues trying to think of something to criticize the movie about. The actors all do a terrific job. Brad Pitt especially. Joseph Kosinski as a director nails it. The writing, the narrative, it may be predictable, but it's at least executed real well. I'm just having a hard time trying to think of something to criticize about the movie with. And really, I can't think of anything. So I think I'm just going to have to give it this rating. I'm going to give F1 a 10. Well, that's all the time I have for today. Please look forward to more videos real soon. Please hit the like button if you enjoyed this video. Please also subscribe if you're new to the channel. And as always, please remember